Three-point shot there. Yes, by Kaidik. The same play that he and Cesar have been doing all night.
Hello guys! Welcome again to another episode here in my YouTube channel. And the next video that I'll share with you is part 2 of the Micahel versus Micahel game of Ginebra San Miguel and Great Taste Coffee in the 1987 PBA Open Conference second round. Let's all watch this.
Kaidik, 3-point!
Well, back live here in Ultra, and with the jump ball we see the starting five of Coach Baby Dalupan, and the front line composed of Young, Tuadles, and Kaidik, and the backcourt is Brown and Cesar, and immediately a rainbow shot coming from the big man, the jewel of Coach Baby D, Micahel Young.
Yes, Micahel making his presence felt. I'm sure that even though Hackett and him are very close friends, he's going to take this ball game very seriously. There's a pushing from behind probably on Micahel Young.
And reporting to you on the starting five of Ginebra San Miguel, the foul is going to go against
Brown,
the quick Brown Fox. The front line will be composed of HACKETT, Dante Gonzalgo, and Ampalayo. Dante Gonzalgo will have to really gel the front line because Terry Saldana is injured. That recurring knee problem is there again, and he will not see action. Backcourt, we have the Loyzaga brothers, Dynamite and Joey. That's Coach Baby D.
Yes, Joey played a very, very good game against Shell the other time. He scored 13 of his 15 points in the third quarter. Unfortunately, he was not fielded back in the fourth quarter at all, you know, and can't really understand the reason why, but it was very instrumental in their loss to the Formula Shell team.
Well, he certainly came up with 13 points out of his 15. By the way, our referees in our second game composed of Messrs. Mateo, Ledesma, and Gamat.
Great Taste off to a great start. 5-0 lead. 3 points from Micahel, 2 points from Ricardo Brown.
And that should deserve a smile from team manager Gotao. But, you know, he's always serious. He's all basketball. He's all business.
Well, man, when I was manager, I was also serious because, you know, the game ain't over until it's over.
Well, knowing you and remembering you, Andy, you drank a ton of water.
That's right, partner. It really keeps you on pins and needles there in your seat every game.
Observations have been that Chito Loyzaga has been playing poorly, committing too many errors and playing without a sense of purpose. Now they've got to come into force, like that shot of Ampalayo had to take it from the side.
I think given the opportunity, Loyzaga knows he's a great player. He's a good caliber, good defensive player. Given the opportunity to come up with a possible victory, good fake there by Kaidik sends Ampalayo up into the air and giving up his first personal foul. And he should watch it because he's the only power forward for the team there with the sidelining of Terry Saldana. I think Chito Loyzaga, going back to him, will certainly live up to the expectations. Another 3-point shot by Micahel Young, but this time Hackett was there. Micahel comes and picks it up, and Joey Loyzaga called for the foul.
Down on the floor, and he was trying to avoid that contact. First foul on Joey Loyzaga. Well, you were telling me before we went on the air that Ginebra is the kind of team that plays its best when the chips are down, and right now that is the kind of situation that the Ginebras find themselves in.
Yes, they're really down because they've lost 3 games in a row and very tough ones to lose. Micahel gets his first free throw, and if they should lose the ball game tonight, right now they're tied for 4th and 5th slot with the Hills Brothers Coffee Kings. They'll fall down by half a game, you know. So it's going to be a very tough climb for Ginebra if they cannot come up with a victory. They still have to go against league-leading Tanduay and Magnolia, so those are tough games that they have to go through.
But focusing it on today, the experts say, especially you also, partner, they could battle back tonight, but if they could decide to do so, they couldn't have picked a tougher opponent.
Yes, this is one of the toughest teams, like we say. They've only lost twice, and the other games that they have won by blowouts.
And keep in mind that during the first meeting from the blind side, knocked away by Micahel Hackett, their first meeting, a big victory by Great Taste over Ginebra San Miguel by 24 points, 145 to 121. 121 of Ginebra San Miguel. On the matchup here, Hackett is being guarded by Micahel Young from the corner. Ampalayo, air ball, Tuadles, lead pass, going to Kaidik, and look at the quickness of Joey Loyzaga.
You like to have a safety guard like that on your team. There's Hackett gonna power his way in. Easy 2 points, but he misses underneath. Micahel Young gave him the 2 points and a fast break on the return.
Backward shot. Twadless. He will go to the line. There was a knee foul called against Dante Gonzalgo. That'll be his first.
And those shots like that of Hackett are really demoralizing because he had a very good turnaround move there and was facing the basket. Micahel Young just let him have it and was probably surprised he missed it.
Well, Twadless during their first meeting scored well, 14 points, pulled down 7 rebounds, came up also with 2 assists.
And no shots, no errors there in that ball game. I think they played a very close to a perfect game in that game. We have a 7-2 count, 5-point lead for the Great Taste Coffee Makers. 9 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the first quarter.
On the matchup here, Dante Gonzalgo being eyed by Kai Dick. Shot blocked by the scorer, Philip Cesar. Kept by Ampalayo. Drive and draw going to Hackett. Good block coming from Micahel Young. The basket will count. There is Robert Jaworski on your screens.
Really very, he's in a fighting mood. You can see the seriousness of his face, especially this ball game, you know.
Hackett and Ampalayo are the only 2 players from Ginebra San Miguel scoring. Good steal. Ampalayo in a turnaround shot. Very determined. Dondon Ampalayo.
Ampalayo coast to coast with a steal, gets the crowd up, gets the spirits of the Ginebra San Miguel fans and the team alive.
And it's a 1-point lead by Ginebra San Miguel. No, Great Taste, 7-6 of Ginebra. That's a rainbow shot coming from Ricardo Brown, the second from the Coffee Makers. A quick retaliation.
And Joey Loyzaga is really coming on very strong during this second round. Good steal from behind by Joey Loyzaga. 2-on-2 situation. Ampalayo takes it straight. Gets the foul and the bucket. Those are great shots by Director Romano. You know, the spirit certainly is there. And let's see if the players are able to deliver.
During the first meeting, when they lost their big score, down by 24 points, Ampalayo came up with 12 points, pulled down 8 rebounds, dished out 2 assists, and had 1 shot block.
Ampalayo, the 1986 Rookie of the Year. Great Taste took the first quarter in that ball game, Pingoy, 38-23, and that was it.
That was a lot of shooting power. On the outside is Micahel Young. So far, he's come up with 4 points. Ampalayo has controlled the boards.
Micahel doing a little footboard there, so the shot clock will be reset to 25 seconds. Ginebra with a 2-point lead.
It is 12-10 in favor of Ginebra San Miguel with 7 minutes and 54 seconds here in the first quarter. But the Ginebra's playing with 3 team fouls to the 2 of Great Taste. Ricardo Brown on Joey. Jump shot by Dante Gonzalgo. He got it in the second time around.
Nobody backs him out. Micahel Hackett backs out Micahel Young from the defensive rebound. Easy 2 points for Gonzalgo.
It is a 14-5 roll here by Ginebra San Miguel. Turnover, back dribble picked up by Joey Loyzaga. 4-2. Here's the big man.
Oh, he misses again at point blank range, and it's a 4-on-1 coming back.
So Kaidik.
And look how tough Ginebra is in defense when it comes.
Ampalayo hang time. Got distracted by Twadless.
That's going to be a violation called against, let's see, on Ampalayo, because when he threw the ball up, it didn't touch the ring or the board, and he came up with the ball again, trying to dribble with it, so a violation was called against him.
Under 7 minutes. To go to Ricardo Brown is open from Rainbow Country.
One thing that you never do is to leave Brown free like that and try to help out at low post. Somebody else must do it for the team.
That lead of Ginebra San Miguel cut down to 1. And Micahel Hackett has gone ice cold. Here's the quick Brown Fox. Back 2. What a shot. What a play. Completed by Micahel Young. He has come up with 6 points and 1 rainbow shot and 3 defensive rebounds for the big man.
So back to a 1-point lead for Great Taste. They're on top 15-14, 6 minutes and 19 seconds. High-scoring ball game in the process.
Almost 6 minutes going by, Andy, and no basket yet, no scores from the mighty bucket.
Yes, and he had some golden opportunities. But again, Pingo, you see him wearing a t-shirt, extra t-shirt. We have a timeout. We'll be back.
Timeout, Ginebra, San Miguel.
What a pensive-looking face and a very cool drink. Time is 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and right now the lead swinging back in favor of Great Taste. They're in front by 1 point. Both squads playing with 3 team fouls, 4 at the moment, standing at 15-14. Hosting low is Hackett, getting his first 2 points.
And a left-handed hook shot at that.
It's a swing game. Here is Twadless. Joey Loyzaga on him. Good switch by Joey. And there's going to be a legal defense because Dynamite was a mile away from his man, the scholar, and he was right there in the paint. You know, looking at that combination, Philip Cesar, the coffee makers, and Chito Loyzaga, the Ginebras, original members of the PBA Crosby Best Defensive Team Award. Crosby, the official basketball shoes of the PBA.
Micahel Young and adding another 2 points to the Great Taste output on a screen provided by Philip Cesar.
Ampalayo is open, and that was his 11th point. He is red hot.
The top scorer for the Ginebra San Miguel squad. Back to a 1-point lead for them. 5 minutes and 33 seconds. At Twadless is going to be called for a warding off foul. No, it's on Gonzalgo. I thought for a while there, after the motion, you could see very clearly that Twadless also warded him off. No?
Well, actually, you're right, partner, but what we didn't see quickly was that Dante Gonzalgo was already holding Twadless.
That's right.
Kaidik on a jump shot.
Yes, sir. Alan Kaidik, really a sensation as a rookie. No problems for him adjusting into the Pro League. Had 28 points the last time out and was our most valuable player, averaging 18 points a ball game.
And that's one player you don't want to foul. He's been hitting 95% from the free throw line. Here comes Joey. Nice pump.
Oh, great shot by Joey, plus the foul from Micahel Young.
He was not intimidated. Joey Loyzaga knew exactly what he was going to do. Watch it once more.
He knew Micahel was going to go up in the air for the block. There you can see Micahel hitting with his body, but the power in this young player gets him the 2 points. 5 points already for Joey, trying to complete a 3-point play.
And he does. Averaging 83% from the free throw line. Trying to take it away from Kaidik. Here is the quick brown fox. Good switch by Ampalayo.
Yes.
Open is Kaidik.
3-point shot at that. Offensive rebounding by Philip Cesar. Michael Hackett says enough is enough.
His 3rd defensive rebound. Here is Joey. Posting low. Here is Hackett in a hook. Short. Kicked out by Micahel Young going to Twadless. Nice pass. Cesar completes the play.
And the veterans do it the easy way. No fancy stuff. Very quick pass to the open man. Tight ball game, Pingoy.
Our first deadlock, and both teams playing with 14 fouls. Time, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Here is Dynamite going to Joey. He will spot. What a basket.
Sometimes he takes awkward shots. You don't think he has the strength to do it, but the power in his legs helps him. Good backspin there.
He's got 8 points now to his name. A jump shot coming from the quick brown box, nothing that time. Here is Ampalayo. He will take it in.
Gliding to the basket. Ampalayo, 13 points already, Pingoy?
He has 13 points, absolutely right, and 4 rebounds, Andy. 2 and 4. Only playing with 1 personal.
Micahel Young with a 3-point shot. He's second of the ball game.
Dead center. His 2nd rainbow shot. His 11th point. Hackett only 2 points. Started ice cold. In the area of rebounds, Micahel Young has pulled down 4 defensive rebounds to the 3 of the mighty bucket. But Ginebra's in front by 1. 25-24 for Ginebra San Miguel. Posting Loyzaga. He wants it once more. Good bounce. He will do the reverse.
Very good pass by Chito Loyzaga. This is one of the few times that Hackett had a move to the basket that he wasn't double teamed, you know. There's going to be a foul on Micahel Hackett there. Reaching in foul.
Foul, Hackett.
And we have a timeout. Under 3 minutes. And we find Ginebra San Miguel in front by 3, but they're playing with 5 team fouls at the 4 of Great Taste Coffee. Jump shot coming from Tuadles. Hackett now pulling down his 4th defensive rebound. Same number as Micahel Young. 27-24 for Ginebra San Miguel. Ampalayo. He has carried the torch for Ginebra San Miguel.
3-point shot by Joey Loyzaga in the bucket.
And he's also a big man here in the first quarter with 2 rainbow shots. 11 points for Joey Loyzaga.
So he and Ampalayo have been carrying the scoring brunt for the team. Micahel Hackett gets a give me on a pickup ball.
Went through the hands of the quick brown fox, and that's all that Micahel Young needed. He will take advantage of that opportunity, and he just scored his 13th point. Here is Dynamite. Tuadles on him. Ampalayo.
Deflected by Philip Cesar. They will keep it, but 12 seconds left on the shot clock for Ginebra San Miguel.
By the way, our birthday greetings to Mrs. Kate Gordon, wife of former Mayor Dick Gordon of Olongapo. And we were there covering the PBA games in 1984. We had a great time, great reception, many fans of the PBA in Olongapo. Anyway, back to Kate, very active in the rehabilitation of the Olongapo Hospital. To Kate, more power and happy birthday.
Joey Loyzaga is playing like a person possessed, you know, partner. I think he really wants to take it all out on the Great Taste Coffee makers. He's not doing too bad a job against Ricardo Brown either.
You have 2 key players here on the part of Ginebra San Miguel that's been outstanding here in the first quarter. Ampalayo with 13 points. Joey Loyzaga also with 13 points.
You know, what's happening for Ginebra right now is Jaworski's really match up well. He has 4 good defensive local players on the squad, on the court right now. And it so happens that 2 of them are playing well offensively. It's helping the team a lot.
And all of a sudden, it is an 8-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel.
Look at the defense being provided by the Loyzaga brothers, Ampalayo and Gonzalo.
Here is Ampalayo from the wings. Good positioning by Micahel Young for his 5th defensive rebound. Ricardo Brown on a 3-and-2 situation. That's a long one from Kai Dick.
And not a very good shot selection, although he's really well known for that. But this time there was an easy 2 points if he had passed off.
And the first 2 points from Dynamite on a getaway. This is the biggest lead of Ginebra San Miguel, a 10-point lead. 36-26.
And only 30 seconds left.
Yes. Here in the first quarter. Retaliation coming from Ricardo Brown.
Just a 2-point shot, caught stepping on the line. Oh, it's a 3 points, yes. There was a signal there by the referee.
You were quicker to acknowledge it than the referee. As a matter of fact, you were giving me already the sign that it was a rainbow shot. The 3rd one from Ricardo Brown. And Ricardo Brown has pumped in already 11 points. Make it 10. We will have to double check that. 13 points for Young and a bank shot coming from Hackett. If he can score from the outside, he'll do it from the side, beating the horn for his 8th point. And we have a 38-29 count in favor of Ginebra at the end of the first. Changes in the lineup of Great Taste as we enter the second quarter. Coming off the bench, we find Fabiosa together with Ramos. They join Micahel Young, Cesar, and Ricardo Brown. Isaac coming off the bench on the part of Ginebra San Miguel
for Joey Loyzaga.
Here's Ricardo Brown.
3-point. 2-point shot.
He stepped on the blue line.
Brown really having a good offensive night also for himself up to this point. They're just down by 7.
You know, Andy, at the end of the first quarter, it was an 8-point lead, 9-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel. What did they do so well?
Well, I think they played better defense than they have been doing in the past. Certainly with a great offensive team like Great Taste, how can you beat them if you don't play good defense? You have to stop their scoring, and they were able to do that. Plus, they got a lot of mileage out of Joey Loyzaga and Ampalayo, and they'll take the offensive sack that these 2 can give them.
Well, you're also making a point that the matchup was well studied by Jaworski, and they controlled the rebounds.
Yes, partner, and controlled it they did with 30 rebounds in the first quarter. That must be a record for a quarter against only 12 for the Great Taste Coffee Makers. And they were the ones shooting well. It was Ginebra who had 55% to the 50%. Micahel Young with an easy steal, dish off to Philip Cesar, the layup.
It is now a 5-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel, 38-33. And so far, the Ginebras have not scored here in the second quarter. While you have had baskets from Cesar and Ricardo Brown. Ricardo Brown with 3 rainbow shots to his 11 points in the first quarter.
Earlier, you saw a picture of Arnie Twadless there, being animated, moving his teammates on. Hackett, he's double teamed by Philip Cesar, who forces him to a hell ball. See, Hackett has moves that are already known to the opposing teams. So you really must set plays for him to be able to do his one-on-one without being double teamed the way he was in that play by Philip Cesar, who is a great shot blocker. Okay, that's why I said there was something wrong about that 30 rebounds, and it's 13 rebounds for the Ginebra San Miguel squad. Please don't make that kind of mistake again.
Well, Cesar trying to switch over because Hackett got one step ahead of Micahel Young, and he got jarred, hitting and slamming the floor hard. There is the pump,
and his elbows came flying out.
Knocked the sails out of Philip Cesar, but he's a tough player, getting his second wind.
But you can see the frame of Philip, he might be about 175 pounds. Well, Hackett's about 235.
Going back to the first quarter, one of the aspects that also held the Ginebras were they limiting their number of turnovers.
Yes, only to 1, while Great Taste had 7. Ginebra also had 11 assists compared to 6. So the first quarter really belonged to them. But in the second quarter, Great Taste trying to pick itself up, trying to come back in this ball game.
It is now 39-33 in favor of Ginebra San Miguel. Quick release from the quick Brown Fox.
And Ricardo's really taking charge tonight,
Absolutely. And Ricardo Brown, he has been averaging slightly below 21 points per game after posting a conference high of 27. Isaac puts it up. Micahel Young now pulling down his 7th defensive rebound, his 7th.
And the second personal foul of Hackett.
Micahel Young is playing with 1 personal foul. 10 minutes and 10 seconds here in the second. It's a 4-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel after enjoying a 10-point lead when the score stood at 26 for Great Taste, 36 for Ginebra. Isaac has to play him a little bit closer. On the outside is Micahel Young. He will spot from Rainbow Country. Short. Lead pass to Hackett. Ramos is trying to catch up.
Oh, hard foul there by Ramos. Really timed it against Hackett. And then he runs out of the court.
Just in case Hackett follows him. Watch it once more. Brought to you by San Miguel Beer.
Really hard. There you can see it on our slow-mo.
And Hackett takes it like a true professional. Micahel Hackett with a conference personal high here in the Open with 54, averaging just below 38 points. Is 75% from the free throw line.
Those 54 points were made against the Great Taste Coffee Makers, partner, but it was all for naught as they lost by 24 points.
Well, during their first meeting in the first round of the elimination, he pulled down also 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, but had 5 errors.
Hackett can take it as well as dish it out.
Well, just so that Cesar can recover, coming off the bench is Carpio, and there's a foul with 2 players taking a plunge, Fabiosa and Ampalayo. No, it's Ramos.
Ampalayo giving up the foul against Young. Young completely beats Micahel Hackett via the baseline, so it's Ampalayo providing weak side help. He comes up with the foul, however.
Micahel Young, during their first meeting, when they defeated Ginebra San Miguel by 24 points at the score of 145-121, knocked in 46 points, pulled down 6 rebounds, came up with 6 assists, and just limited himself to 2 errors. He's been averaging 46 points per game after a conference high at the moment with 56. Here is Hackett after that miss of Dynamite. 5 rebounds now for Hackett, making an additional 5 out of his 13. Ramos on a difficult shot.
There's going to be a loose ball foul probably against Carpio.
Loose ball foul, Carpio.
Time is 9 minutes and 14 seconds. And Dynamite Loyzaga gets his first rest, and coming off the bench is Latosa.
Well, Jaworski using his bench in this ball game. So far he's used 7 players and he has not yet fielded himself in. Guys are doing well for him.
The matchup continues. Young against Hackett. Ricardo Brown keeping an eye on Dante Gonzalgo. Latosa is being guarded by Ramos.
Gonzalgo, nice driving down the middle.
He's come up with 4 points now with 3 rebounds, 2 and 1. It's a 9-point lead. 9-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel.
It's another good over the board. Yes, for this play after the miss, the ball bounced on top of the ring, going over the board. Automatic violation. 9-point lead for Ginebra. 8 minutes and a half left here in the second quarter.
Well, the fans of Ginebra San Miguel are keeping their fingers crossed that playing coach Jaworski does not forget Joey Loyzaga, who came up with 13 points and 2 rainbow shots in the first.
Definitely. And I don't think he'll make the same mistake, because this time Joey's proven that he can play with the best of them. There's going to be Fabiosa from behind. Ampalayo, no signals from his teammates, although the crowd was really telling him about it.
Here comes Ramos.
And he's a powerful player. He'll take it.
Hang time. There were 2 on Imisak and Dante Gonzalgo. The foul is going to go against Ampalayo for his 3rd personal foul. D is playing superbly, and now he may have to be rested because of 3 personal fouls. Ricardo Brown is faced by Coach Baby D. Coming off the bench is Atoy Ko. And what a first quarter by Ricardo Brown. 3 rainbow shots, 11 points. Added another 4 during the second for 15. Here is the first appearance of the Big J. In for Dante Gonzalgo, who came up with 4 points but helped off the boards with 4 rebounds, 3 and 1.
Ramos getting his first point by the 15-foot line, cutting down the lead to 8 at this point, 45-37.
You know, Ramos is rarely used by Coach Baby D, averaging only 5 minutes after 4 games when he was played. And there is a certain purpose, and, Baby doesn't just field players just for the sake of...
Yes. I think he's there for the rugged action also. There he is jumping up again, but this time Latosa does him better in that play with a good fake and doing a reverse.
If you recall, Latosa's forte is the inside game.
And a jump shot on the sides, partner, from about 12 to 15 feet. That's his shot.
Great Taste trailing by 9, 47-38 for Ginebra San Miguel. 7 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first half. Atoyko trying to disengage. Fabiosa back to Atoyko. 3 seconds to the shot clock.
Yes, sir. Good passing there by Fabiosa. Baseball pitch there to Ampalayo. It lands in his hands. And a good block by Atoyko.
Tremendous block by Atoyko. Here is Ramos going to the big man. It will count. He will go to the line for a 3-point play. Here is a rally of Great Taste Coffee.
Oh, you know that they're always there. The potential of their scoring is always there. But they played good defense on the backcourt. Ramos forced Ampalayo to fake off. Atoyko came in with a block from the blind side, and they started the fast break for Great Taste.
Well, definitely, Robert Jaworski has thought out this game comprehensively, remembering that with Michael Young playing both ends of the court with grim determination, Philip Cesar showing his defensive skills, and Ricardo Brown triggering the offensive run with precision. Definitely, Robert Jaworski is not going to commit the same lackadaisical performance based on their first meeting.
I think he was, yes, well, they in that game, they probably gave up because of the fact that Great Taste had controlled it almost all the way. Fabiosa there, forcing a steal, 2-on-1 situation. Atoy has a layup.
And Atoy Ko has cut down the lead of Ginebra San Miguel. It is now a 2-point game. Atoy with 4 points. Here is Latosa on the outside. He will move a little bit closer.
That's going to be a 3-second violation of Micahel Hackett.
Well, Hackett almost found himself trapped in the paint, and here is the return of Joey Loyzaga to the delight of the fans of Ginebra San Miguel. He's in for Isaac.
Well, certainly great pace now closing in. They're just down by 2 points. They are in the offensive part of the court, so they have a chance to equalize or even alley-oop pass anticipated by Hackett, however.
Lead pass to Joey. He'll take the jump shot from the wings. Almost had it.
Yes.
Here's Michael Young. He will work the baseline.
And Michael with a very quick move gets the third personal foul of Hackett probably.
And two Ginebra stand on the floor. Joey and Micahel Hackett, and we have a timeout. Time left under 6 minutes here in the second quarter. It's only a 2-point lead now being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel, 47-45, and they're playing with 5 team fouls, so the Coffee Makers 3 team fouls.
Michael Young will be sent to the 15-foot line for the possible equalizers. They need 2 points from him. Michael has 17 points in the ball game.
Michael is 73% from the free throw line, averaging 16 rebounds per game. Right now he's pulled down 7 defensive rebounds and registered 2 shot blocks. Came up with 13 points and 2 rainbow shots in the first quarter, looking for his 19th. By the way, outstanding quality in sportswear can only be found in Adidas Outfits, the official outfitter of the PBA. This is our second deadlock. The first time was at 21-all. Early jump by Great Taste when they enjoyed a 5-point lead. It was 5-0 then. Almost stolen by Latosa. Here is Fabiosa trying to get away from the trap. 3 seconds called against Fabiosa right there in the paint. Or is it going to be pointing towards Ginebra San Miguel?
What kind of call was that?
Strange.
What kind of call of that? Because it was Fabiosa who had the ball. I don't know what kind of call that was.
Well,
he signaled the 3-second violation, but it was Fabiosa who had the ball. And they were in the offensive part of, and the crowd reacts because they knew it was a crazy call.
Well,
there's such a thing.
On the other hand, they threw it away, and in tennis they will say when you make a mistake like that, God knows.
Justice served.
And here come the Coffee Makers. They go to Ramos, back again to Michael Young for a finger roll, and he will go to the line, breaking the deadlock, and if he completes this, they will be in front by 3.
Yes, you can see the advantage of Michael Young over Hackett is his ability to run, Pingoy. He was the first guy down the court in the offense. Michael Hackett was about 30 feet behind, so it was easy for Michael to score and get the foul.
Well, partner, without Terry Saldana because of knee injury, a recurring one, Ampalayo cannot really be a factor now in the front line because of 3 personal fouls.
Same for Michael Hackett, who also has 3 personal fouls. So those are the things that are going to tell against Ginebra. There's a good block again.
It is getting physical.
Oh, it's expected to be with the way the game is, partner.
Here comes Michael Young, who has been slicing inside.
There's Michael showing why he was the most valuable import last year. With a great move there again. Easy 2 points. 3-point shot by Joey Loyzaga, who's gone cold.
Well, Ginebra have been nailed to 47 for a minute and a half. Atoy Ko, nothing that time. Kicked out by Jaworski. Here is Ampalayo. He was red hot during the first quarter. Not that time.
Michael Young blocks the shot. First man on the court. Oh, and he should be called for traveling. Yes.
Good call. Time 4 minutes and 26. We're in the second quarter. And we have a timeout. Time left, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. And we have changes in the lineup. Coming off the bench is Dokot. We have the return of Dynamite Loyzaga, rejoining Ampalayo, Joey Loyzaga. Of course, the Big J is there, being guarded by Fabiosa. He will look for room. A little bit too hard. And this is an all-Filipino 5 now by Ginebra San Miguel, with Hackett taking a spell. Hackett limited to 13 points and 6 rebounds, 5 and 1, but he's playing with 3 personal fouls. Same as Ampalayo, who has not scored here in the second quarter after knocking in 13 in the first. Joey Loyzaga holding on to his head. An elbow may have landed there. Watch how it happened. Brought to you by San Miguel Beer. There is the pump. Ooh, yes.
That's gonna hurt, you know, because those are very hard fouls being given up by Ramos. There's a foul by Atoy Ko. They have a 4-point lead going for them. And that will also be the 6th team foul of the Great Taste Coffee Makers, the same as the Ginebra San Miguel squad.
First foul on Atoy Ko. Good shot. The 2-pointer coming from Dynamite. Only his 4th point, but he has also pulled down 2 defensive rebounds.
Watch Great Taste go to Micahel Hackett at post. Being defended by Ducot. There's the foul by Ducot, and that will put their team into penalty.
First foul on Ducot. Maybe a short night for him. That's a lot of talent that he's guarding.
Yes, man.
Michael Young might eat him up alive. They're trying to provide a pick. Time ticks away. 3 and 42 here in the second.
Michael goes directly to low post. There's Ampalayo, however, from the blind side coming up with a steal.
They anticipated the pass, and Joey Loyzaga looking for room. He may slice the middle.
Suicidal act on the part of Joey Loyzaga, but he's not one to be intimidated. Jaworski gives him a low 5 on the great play he's displaying.
And the first 5 coming from brother Dynamite, Chito Loyzaga, and Joey has been a spark plug for Ginebra San Miguel.
He scores on his first free throw. And now Baby Dalupan comes up with Ricardo Brown Twadless for Atoy Ko and Ramos.
Joey is 83% from the free throw line. And the first time that they met, he came up with 10 points, 3 assists, 1 steal.
51 all is the count, Pingoy. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half of play.
This is our 3rd deadlock. Biggest spread enjoyed. Play is stopped. Biggest lead of Great Taste was 5 points when it was 5-0. And then what a comeback by Ginebra San Miguel, posting a 10-point lead. They lost it. We're now at 51 all. Ducot's second personal foul.
Well, Ducot is a little bit flat-footed, Pingoy, and with Michael Young there with that kind of movements, all Ducot's going to do is foul him.
Both clubs in penalty situation. 3 and 25 here in the first half. Michael Young scored 2 rainbow shots, 13 points, and continues to score well, adding another 12 out of his 25 here in the second. We have a turnover. Twadless going to Fabiosa quickly to the quick Brown Fox. Nice bump by Twadless. He heard the whistle. The foul is going to go against Robert Jaworski for his second. Great Taste in front by 2. Could be stretched to 4 depending on Twadless. Twadless has been averaging just below 10 points per game. Has already posted a conference high of 18. And fairly well from the free throw line.
He's a good shooter, 83%, Pingoy, 5 out of 6. You know, Twadless has always been knocking on the door as a possible contender for the MVP, but his game is not, you know, on a whole night basis. He plays good in 1 quarter, comes up with bad in the second, and maybe a good again in the fourth. So it's not a continuous good game from Arnie Twadless so far in this conference.
And Michael Young has pulled down his 9th defensive rebound. Here is Fabiosa going to Ricardo Brown, trying to disengage from Joey. Michael Young sees the opening.
Up, and he's down with a very bad ball. And he's thrown out of the ball game. I think it's Jaworski who's thrown out of the ball game.
It could be Ampalayo. The foul is called against.
No.
Watch it once more.
There's Loyzaga and Jaworski downstairs. He got entangled with Chito Loyzaga. Ampalayo.
Out of the game.
Ampalayo, who was just fantastic during the first quarter.
And losing one more power forward with Saldana out.
is thrown out of the ball game. And we would like to request for another run of the slow-mo. Pay attention to that particular move of Young. There is...
No, Ampalayo was nowhere there. It was not Ampalayo. Ampalayo was nowhere in that picture. The foot of Micahel Young got entangled with Chito Loyzaga, and Sunny was there somewhere in the picture, but Ampalayo was far away. And if they review that, they'll find that.
And this is happening with 2 minutes and 48 seconds here in the second quarter. At the moment, Great Taste in front by 4 points.
And I'm sure the PBA board will review it and to make it, and they will know it, that it was referee Mateo who made the call.
The vacancy filled up by Micahel Young, but keep in mind that Micahel is playing with 3 personal fouls. Score remains the same, 55-51 in favor of Great Taste. So far here in the first half, we have experienced 3 deadlocks. The last time was at 51 all.
And Micahel Young was really hurt in that play, missed 2 free throws.
Saved by Dynamite as a cut by Micahel Hackett, the mighty bucket.
Hard shot there for Micahel Hackett. 55-53, 2-point lead for Great Taste. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the first half.
Hackett has scored 7 points out of his 15 here in the second. Fabiosa gets away but lost control, hit his thigh. Ginebra San Miguel trailing by 2. They can tie the ball game. 2 minutes and 15. What a
again, Fabiosa takes the ball away from Jaworski.
3-1. Ginebra's trailing by 4. Dynamite Loyzaga with 4 points. Here is Joey. He'll take it from 16.
Yes, sir.
Continues to be steady from the floor. Scoring is 17th, adding another 4 out of the 17 here in the second. Both squads over the limit. Ricardo Brown will go to the line.
Foul for Loyzaga.
Joey Loyzaga called for that personal foul.
It is on Carpio, so Carpio will be taking those 2 free throws because Ginebra, just like Great Taste, is over the limit. Carpio, newly married, averaging 11 minutes per game during the past 5 games. He is 83% from the free throw line.
And 3.4. Micahel Young is now being rested by Noli Banate. Micahel deserves this after that bad fall that he had earlier driving towards the hoop.
But he's got 25 points to his name and 9 defensive rebounds and coming up with 3 shot blocks.
So they're going to go to Hackett at low post with Hackett against Banate and Great Taste in penalty. Hackett is going to have a field day there. But only a minute and a half left in the first half of play.
Hackett gets away from that sandwich being applied on him. It's a 2-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. 59-57.
There's going to be an illegal screen provided by Arnie Tuadles, caught by referee Damad. Tuadles moving screen providing that moving screen for Ricardo Brown.
That'll be the second personal foul call against Tuadles. And if Ginebra now can score in their offensive play, they will tie the ball game. And if it's a 3-point play, they'll be back in the lead. 59-57 for Great Taste. They came back from a 10-point deficit. Here is Hackett.
He's going to do it against Banate, although Banate and Carpio are complaining that Micahel Hackett warded them off. No?
He has come up with 11 points out of his 19. Banate was open. Saved by Hackett. Lead pass to Joey. Fabiosa is waiting for him, so he'll take the jump shot.
Yes, sir, and he continues to burn hot here in the second quarter.
Partners like a layup for Joey.
He's got the confidence to shoot at that point, no?
After making 13 during the first quarter, adding another 6 for his 19 here in the second. Here's Banate on the outside. Fabiosa, he thought about it. Going to Ricardo Brown instead.
He's not thinking about it, he's throwing it up.
That's like going to the bank.
And a 3-point shot at that.
And that'll be the 4th rainbow shot from Ricardo Brown, who's knocked in 20 points now. Adding another 9 out of his 20 right here in the second. Down to 9 seconds. 9 ticks
Three-point
away.
shot. Not a very good shot because all they had to do was go to Hackett instead of, and that was what Jaworski was signaling to him.
With
Throw it
3
in.
3 seconds to go, partner. Oh, a long pitch. At the end of the first half, after trailing by 10 points, Great Taste comes back and enjoys a 1-point lead, 62-61. Andy and I will be right back. Joey Loyzaga, who had a torrid third quarter scrambling for 13 points, and Terry Saldana, who was shooting the lights out of the men supposed to take him. Well, tonight, at least in the first half, the Big J came prepared.
Yes, certainly as far as coaching is concerned, he is prepared for this ball game. And now, what has happened to Ginebra in the past 3 games that they've lost is they've lost in the end game. Again, tonight, they're very much in the ball game, but they must really hang on throughout. Not because you cannot win ball games on 2 quarters. You have to win it whole.
Here in the third quarter, we find the combination of Robert Jaworski himself and the brothers Loyzaga. There's Dante Gonzalgo and the mighty Bucket.
Almost an interception there by Philip Cesar. Ginebra will keep the ball. 12 seconds left on their shot clock.
Cesar is joined by Atoy Ko, Ramos seeing a lot of playing time tonight, and of course the quick brown fox and Micahel Young.
Ramos is there to defend against Joey Loyzaga. Hackett takes it nonchalantly. Easy 10-footer for Micahel Hackett.
And you probably caught on your screen that there was a lot of body checking being applied by Ramos on Joey Loyzaga, was applying motion offense.
Well, here you can see 2 guys going against each other. Gonzalgo and Ramos, they're built almost the same in height and in weight.
Well, partner, as you anticipated, nobody's going to give an inch. These 2, they will fight to the death. There's a mild collision between Joey Loyzaga and Ramos, and immediately play is stopped to resume the inbound. At the corner is Young getting 1 step. Hackett knew it.
And he could have been called for the foul in that play. That would have been his fourth because he did reach in and probably caught Micahel on the hands. Loyzaga, that's Chito on the outside, giving back the lead to Ginebra, 65-64.
Knocking in his 6 point from 18 feet from the wings. Here's Ricardo Brown trying to disengage from the Big J. Out to Atoy Ko. He can score from the outside. And pass going to Ricardo Brown trying to work the baseline. Out safely to Atoy Ko. He moves a little bit closer from 16. It's a back rim shot. Offensive rebound. Ricardo Brown, and running out of space is Chito Loyzaga. He was stepping on the baseline. A 1-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel. They trailed by 1 when we entered the third quarter.
That's going to be a foul on Micahel Hackett. On Gonzalgo for pushing on the side. Micahel Young makes the shot, has a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, Hackett tried to extend help defense, and as a matter of fact, when he looked up, he was so surprised that the basket went in.
That's right.
After making 13 during the first quarter, adding another 12, ended with 25. Micahel Young in the first half. That was his 29th point. That'll be the 4th personal foul against Ramos.
Jaworski coming back with the defensive rebound.
Ramos has one job. His mission is to contain and stop Joey Loyzaga
at all costs. There's going to be an offensive foul on Joey, who could not control his momentum.
Offensive foul call against Joey Loyzaga for his 3rd personal. The swing game, 1-point lead by Great Taste.
There's going to be an illegal screen on Ramos, and that's going to be his 5th. I think he'll have a short night for himself tonight.
Looks like it, partner, with 10 and 25 here in the third, playing already with 5 personal. Dante Gonzalgo looking for room. One chance. The 5th rebound for Philip Cesar, 3 and 2. Ricardo Brown downshifts.
Makes the shot. Plus a foul from Gonzalgo.
The quick brown fox stopped for a moment, and when you do, immediately he'll go first gear, cuts the lane, and is now in for a 3-point play.
What he actually does, Pingoy, is lull you that he's probably going to pass off or maybe stop for a jump shot and then go and continue on his drive, and he found the opening.
That's the whole trouble. You can't avoid blinking. and when you blink,
He's
he's gone.
There's the foul on the other end. A lot of fouls being called now. I think the referees during the halftime are really told to call it tight the way the game's been going. Coming up with the foul, 2 free throws for Dante.
Well, we observed that aside from the supervisor of the referees, even the deputy commissioner, Attorney Salud, went to the dugout and had a talk with the referees.
It's very important that he does it because he's the one who's in charge of the referees, and he's calling it well. No?
Yes.
They follow what he says.
Well, you can expect very sound advice coming from Rudy Salud. There's a jump shot by Ricardo Brown. Now stopping him now.
Well, if you stick to him, he'll pass you. If you give him the shot, he'll make it. So it's really difficult to control a guy like that.
It's a 4-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste with 9 and 39. That's a long
shot.
one. That's a rainbow shot from Dynamite.
Very quick thinking on the part of Micahel Hackett, hitting the open man. Loyzaga not faulting. Micahel forcing this shot. No fouls called.
I think what he had in mind was try to bait and draw the 4th personal foul from Hackett. Jaworski.
2-point shot. Hackett with the rebound. Takes it strong to the hoop.
He had to twist a little bit, protect himself with that right arm because he knew that the scholar was there, and he remembers
what happened earlier in the second quarter when he was blocked and forced into a held ball.
Inside. Young looking for a cutter. 2 on him. Fadeaway shot. Over the shoulder foul is going to go against Philip Cesar. That'll be his 2nd personal.
Baseball foul, Cesar.
14 fouls being carried by Great Taste with the 3 of Ginebra San Miguel.
Ramos is now moving out of the ball game, and in comes Alan Kaidik, who only finished with 2 points in the first half.
It's a quiet night for a player the same quality as Kaidik with 18 as an average.
The fault there actually is the receiver, because Jaworski knew he was supposed to come out of the screen. What happened for Gonzalgo was he faked back.
And look at the alertness of Joey Loyzaga and the barreling J. No fouls called. Here is the quick round Fox shifting and scoring. 7 out of his 27 here in the 3rd. And this is not going to help any. They've got to concentrate. They've got to be very careful about their passing angles.
Yes, and watch their turnovers, because the less shots you take. Atoyko with a 3-point shot, short, and there's going to be a foul by Kaidik.
Good positioning by Dante Gonzalgo, preventing Kaidik from going and boxing him out, stopping him from the offensive rebound, and over-the-shoulder foul called against Kaidik. All of a sudden, here in the 3rd quarter, it's a quiet night. During the first half, there was no stopping the fans. They were really on the toes.
Warning on Great Taste Coffee, Cesar for illegal
defense called against Philip Cesar. That's a warning. Great Taste in front by 1. Here is Dynamite.
Micahel Young a little bit too late in providing help. Philip tried for the steal, and Loyzaga found the opening.
Loyzaga's come up with 7 points out of his 11. 1 rainbow shot, and he's pulled down 5 rebounds, 4 and 1.
Kaidik.
Before he knew it, he lost it to the sideline. And we have a timeout from Coach Baby D. Time left. Under 8 minutes, to be exact, 7 and 57 here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 1-point lead. It's a swing game. Favor now going to Ginebra San Miguel. By the way, we would like to call the attention of Mr. Boni Patarata. You are being requested to report to Ultra. On the matchup here, Cesar against Dynamite. Kaidik keeping an eye on Joey. Ricardo Brown on Robert Jaworski. Atoyko trying to check Dante Gonzalgo. A great getaway from the mighty bucket.
This is what we were looking for in the first half, Pingoy. The plays that will get Mike Hackett moving into the to the 3-second area without getting double team. If you give him the ball, there's Kaidik trying to get his 4th point. And the Ginebra San Miguel squad will keep the ball. They have a 3-point lead right now.
Hackett has scored 8 points during the first quarter, adding another 11. Ended up with 19 during the first half. Come up with 6 out of his 25. Eye on the sky going to Young. 31 points for Micahel Young.
Not a very good shot selection. because Micahel Hackett was completely boxed out and the other teammates were still in their backcourt.
Great Taste has not enjoyed a lead of more than 5 points. And that happened early. Go for a finger roll. Down on the floor is Dante Gonzalgo.
And Kaidik can't really get going. He comes up with another loose ball foul.
That'll be the second against Kaidik. And the 16th foul against Great Taste, and the 3 of Ginebra San Miguel with 6 and 50. Cesar is relieved by Coach Dalupan. And we have Carpio back on the floor. He'll be covering Dynamite Loyzaga. 76-75 for Ginebra San Miguel. Hackett on the outside, trying to move the low post. Here is Dynamite, drive and draw, passing to the wrong man. He was expecting Joey Loyzaga inside. Almost knocked away by Jake. Good pickup by Joey. Keeps on going. Cross pass to Dynamite, brother to brother.
This is what Chito wanted to do for Joey, and Joey does it for Chito, and he completes the play.
The 3-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel from Rainbow Country. Short.
Michael trying to wipe it out. And on the fast break are the Ginebra San Miguel squad. And Micahel Hackett misses a layup against Atoy Ko.
Inside to Young, and the basket counts. He will go to the line. If he succeeds, we're in for another deadlock, and it'll be our 5th deadlock. The 5th personal foul has been called against Dante Gonzalgo. Watch it once more how it happened.
Well, missing on one end of the court, Michael Young makes no mistake by taking advantage coming back.
Isaac is in the ball game for Dante Gonzalgo because of Dante's 5 personal fouls. Returning to the floor is Fabiosa.
33 points already for Michael Young. He continues to have a miserable night from the 15-foot line.
Michael averaging 46 points per game. Joey from 16. Steady, consistent.
This might be one of his best evenings in his career in the PBA. Although I do remember he had a good game for Magnolia once when he was still playing with them.
Well, Joey has posted a conference high of 15 points, averaging slightly more than 17. Tonight, he's come up with 21 sizzling points.
Exceptional game on his part. Isaac committing the foul against Ricardo Brown. 27 points already for Ricardo Brown, and we're only in the 3rd quarter.
And this is the player you don't want to foul. 95% from the free throw line after a high of 27, averaging just below 21 points per game. By the way, the panel's choice for best player will be revealed to you right after this match, and he will be given a gift package from Home Pride Noodles. We've had 4 deadlocks. The last time out was at 59 all.
Loyzaga continues to play very hot. Down on the floor, quickly picks himself up. Carpio there with an easy shot as nobody covered him.
Carpio jumps and shoots from the hip.
You know what Ginebra actually doing right now? They're playing with very small players on the court. All these 4 can play as guards, and you're like having 4 local guards there with 1 import.
Well, you pay the price because when you miss, only one chance.
No chance.
Well, that's also happening in the part of Great Taste. Nice pass, good presence of mind. And Jaworski scores under the basket.
His first 2 points of the ball game, but enough to give them a 3-point lead.
And Jaworski has been averaging 34 minutes during the past 8 games. Averaging just below 10.
That was a bad pass by Fabiosa, easily anticipated by Micahel Hackett.
Here's Dynamite. The long one.
Yes, sir. And a 3-point shot at that. 2. It was signaled by referee Ledesma that he was stepping on the line.
Got it from 21.
It's very hard for us to see that angle of the court, partner, because it's really far away from us.
Yes, especially with age advancing. They go to Michael Young at the corner, inching a little bit closer. He will power, short.
Jaworski 1-on-1 against Ricardo Brown. And the foul is called against Ricky Dal, who sends Sonny to the 15-foot line.
Well, Ricardo Brown wanted to distract the Big J, but he was moving. He didn't have his feet planted on the ground, and that placed Great Taste in penalty situation to the 5 team fouls of Ginebra San Miguel with 3 and 50 seconds here in the 3rd.
Jaworski now adding a little scoring sack to the team. He knows with the banishment of Ampalayo, certainly he must help provide some scoring for the team. 2 out of 2 from the 15-foot line. And that's a 7-point lead now for Ginebra.
Jaworski's 81% from the free throw line, averaging 8 assists per game. Micahel Young on the outside, drawing Hackett with him. Here's Fabiosa. There's a cut by Kaidik. No pass, however. Happened too fast. Good basket. Shot clock was ticking away, down to 2.
And they needed that basket, sort of get them awake.
3-20 here in the third.
Backing violation called against Isaac. Now, it was true that Kaidik did tap the ball to the backcourt, but Isaac already controlled the ball, and then he lost it again. And when he went for it, that was where the backing violation entered the picture.
Here is Kaidik looking for the opening, and he found it.
4 points now for Allen.
The kid from Paete. Dynamite to the corner.
He loves that shot, partner. He's very deadly on the left side of the court.
He owns that real estate. And Dynamite has exploded with 13 points here in the third for his 17. 13 out of his 17. 1 rainbow shot, 6 rebounds. 5 and 1 for Dynamite Loyzaga. Here's the quick brown fox. Holding foul is going to go against Joey Loyzaga. Time is 2:37 here in the third. It's a 5-point lead by Ginebra, and we have a timeout. At the moment, Ginebra San Miguel enjoying a 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 33 here in the third. Kaidik gets away.
Yes.
Hackett or no Hackett, he was going to score.
And that was a very difficult shot, even though it might look easy. Kaidik now scoring 4 of his 6 points here in the third quarter.
He's playing with 2 personal fouls. Here's Hackett.
Throwing up a very poor shot, but it didn't go overboard, and Latosa gets the offensive rebound, blocked by Micahel Young. And Fabiosa comes out of nowhere and steals the ball.
He does the tough jobs
and loses it to the end line.
He touched it last, and he was trying to save that slippery ball. For a moment, I thought he was going to crawl towards the basket.
It would have been 2 points for the opposing team because it was on the front court of the Ginebra San Miguel squad. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, partner.
And 16 fouls being carried by Ginebra San Miguel.
7 against Great Taste.
Well, they got the penalty situation quite early with 3:50 to go yet. Right now it's 2 and 5 seconds. Latosa.
He's also an inside operator, like you mentioned earlier, Pingo. He's been given the opportunity to play in this ball game. Former professional who went back to the amateurs, helped the Army team come up with a championship before going back to the pro ranks for Tanduay last year, this year for Ginebra.
During the last time out, he came in for Joey Loyzaga, who is being given a breather. And Joey Loyzaga, the fireball here for Ginebra San Miguel, is being paced well.
And he also has to be paced, Pingo, because he has 4 fouls now.
And speaking of fouls, you've got Hackett with 3. Jaworski is playing with 2. Atosa has 3. Isaac 1, while Dynamite is clean on the part of Great Taste. Kaidik and Ricardo Brown, 3 each. Carpio is playing with 2. Young only has 1. Fabiosa is clean. Going to the Big J. 3-2 situation.
Oh, Latosa making a bad choice there. Instead of taking it to the hoop against Kaidik, Kaidik comes up with a good steal. And a steal from behind this time by Chito.
Quietly, Dynamite came from the blind side. Here is Hackett. Out of the way, Fabiosa. That's exactly what Bernie did.
Gang-ho.
It's a 7-point lead in Ginebra San Miguel. Latosa is there for the defensive rebound.
And there's going to be a loose ball foul on Carpio, but they are in penalty. So that will send Saldi Latosa to the 15-foot line.
Third foul against Carpio.
Well, this was what you were asking me, Pingo, during halftime, if you remember. What happens to a team who loses one of its best players? And certainly the spirit of the team is alive. And when the fans can feel an upset coming on the part of Ginebra, that's why you can hear the cheers in the background.
Yes, and they've been screaming their heads off, Ginebra. And Latosa misses the first one.
He felt the pressure of the crowd. And Baby Dalupan reacting now sends back Philip Cesar for Carpio. He needs Philip in this ball game very badly.
Carpio came up with 4 points, 1 defensive rebound. But they need the defensive qualities of the scholar.
And his
Cesar.
overall sense, partner, court sense, no, and
his
general
coverage.
shape. Yes.
Fantastic.
Screens he can provide, the rebounds, the defense, all those things, unquantifiable, as we say.
Here is the quick release from the quick brown fox.
He's been silent here in the third quarter, huh?
And Dynamite is running. Here he comes.
This is, oh, that was a golden opportunity. But this is exactly what Latosa should have done earlier. Against Kaidik, take it to the hoop.
But it seems a bad landing on the part of Joey Loyzaga. We'll see whether we can catch it in the slow-mo. He landed heavily on his right leg, and he was babying it for a while. Dynamite Loyzaga. Chito is 85% from the free throw line, averaging just below 11 points per game, has already posted a conference high of 20 points.
Chito coming back very strong here in the third quarter. In the first 2 quarters, he was content to help the team with his defense, rebounding, but now he knows somebody has to pick up the scoring sack.
Well, he certainly has done that, exploding with 15 points out of his 19 right here in the third.
His second violation on Fabiosa. Micahel Young double team at the end line, could not find anybody to pass to, and when it came, it was too late, Pingoy.
Things are not going well here in the third quarter for the coffee makers. Could be that they were taking it for granted because of the situation of Ginebra San Miguel, but now they're trailing by 10.
Philip comes up with a good steal there. Kaidik trapped for a moment.
Here is Fabiosa.
Suicidal drive. He doesn't get the chance for a 3-point play, but will take 2.
Well, when Bernie has made up his mind that he can see that lane a little bit open, he immediately tells himself he's going to go, and if you check him, he will execute a drop pass.
I think it's a good move on an athlete. When you make a decision to do something, you must do it no matter what happens, and that was what happened for Bernie in that case. Too bad for him, he did not get a chance for a 3-point play. He makes his first point via the 15-foot line, however.
He's rarely gone there, and out of his 6 attempts prior to this game, came up with a 67% performance, and Young will put it up.
Young with a very good steal on a pass by Isaac.
The 10-point lead whittled down to 7 with 12 seconds to go here in the third. Both squads over the limit. Out to Dynamite, taking it from 21.
Yes, sir. Enough to probably beat the third quarter buzzer, Pingoy.
And at the end of the third, we find the score standing at 99-91 in favor of Ginebra San Miguel. We'll be back. Micahel Young, Fabiosa, and Atoyko will take care of the backcourt chores. Joey Loyzaga returns to the floor, rejoining the Big J, Hackett, Latosa, and of course Dynamite Loyzaga.
Latosa is playing very credible for a guy who has not been used so much. Philip Cesar forces an outside shot. There's the rebound by Kaidik and the 2 points.
Kaidik scoring now his 8th point. He's playing with 4 personal fouls, averaging 18 points per game. Atoyko is picking up Joey Loyzaga. Fabiosa on Jaworski like good old days. Hackett on the outside.
There's Chito coming out from nowhere for the offensive rebound, using the glass in one sweeping motion, partner.
That is rare on the part of Dynamite.
He's showing a lot of class here in this ball game today. The brothers definitely are.
Well, he has scored now 23 points.
He's catching up with his brother.
Give and go play. Philip Cesar to Kaidik, who completed the play down on the floor. He will also go to the line for a 3-point play.
Latosa now is going to be relieved by Gonzalgo. Latosa will have some problems against a guy who loves to move a lot like Kaidik, who moves a lot and well without the ball. So sending in Gonzalgo, although I think he has 5 personal fouls. Huh?
Well, you can expect on the part of Dante Gonzalgo, he'll buddy up on Kaidik.
Yes, and you know, Kaidik is not really, doesn't really have a very big frame.
But Dante Gonzalgo will have to be careful because he's playing with 5 personal fouls.
Micahel Young clears the defensive boards. One of the few misses of Chito from that area.
13 rebounds now. Pulled down by Micahel Young. Short on that rainbow shot.
He's not been the same ever since he fell down, huh, partner? With that.
Yes. Here is the Big J. Joey down on the floor, brought there by Fabiosa as he was trying to cut the middle. Gets a tap from Bernie. It's a 6-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel.
Mapman doing his thing there on the spot where Joey Loyzaga slid.
Now the Ginebras will have to keep an eye on Kaidik. He has scored 5 points out of his 11, and he's the only one that they're going to here as we start the fourth quarter. On the other hand, Micahel Hackett works the baseline.
Michael Young did not deny him the baseline up to a certain point, and Hackett just leaned in, used the glass for the easy 2 points.
Here's the important matchup. Michael Young with 37, 29 for Hackett. The area of rebounds, 13 for Hackett. Same for Michael Young, except that Michael Young has not pulled down any offensive rebound.
Well, that was a poor foul by Joey Loyzaga Ate in the 3-point territory, and Loyzaga now picking up his 5th personal foul. Very important player. Isaac has to be sent back into the ball game.
Joey Loyzaga definitely is a jewel, knocking in 13 during the first, and then adding another 6 out of his 19 during the second quarter, ending up so far with 23.
But a lot of players of Ginebra in foul trouble. Gonzalgo, Joey Loyzaga.
Well, right now, these players on the floor for Ginebra San Miguel, Hackett is playing with 3, Jaworski with 2. Kaidik is playing with 4 personal fouls. Cesar Natoy caught 2 each. 9 and 50. In deep was Isaac.
Foul, go.
The foul is going to go against Atoy Ko for his 4th personal foul. It's a 6-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel. Their biggest lead was 10 a couple of times.
Great Taste did not have a double-digit advantage in this ball game so far, you know.
Well, when we entered the fourth quarter, it was Ginebra in front by 8 points. Score then stood at 99-91 in favor of Ginebra San Miguel. Our story right now with 9 and 49 on team fouls, 2 each. Michael Young is playing with 1 personal foul. Cesar at the wings. Jaworski switching over to Michael Young.
No choice because Hackett had picked off Cesar. There's going to be the foul given up. A duty foul, as we say, on Jaworski.
That'll be his 3rd personal.
He can afford it, and they only have 3 team fouls.
Hackett is playing with 3 personal fouls. From the corner. What a shot!
3-point shot. Those are the things that Philip Cesar does for you. He screens off your man for that easy shot. No?
First rainbow hit coming from Kaidik, who's got 47% from Rainbow Country. Isaac from 20.
No rebounds there this time. Michael Young
for his 14th defensive rebound. They're trailing by 5.
And he's gone.
His first basket actually here in the fourth quarter. 39 points and 4 shot blocks for the big man. Cesar on Chito Loyzaga.
Well, missing those outside shots are not going to help the cause of Ginebra because Great Taste is now coming back.
And they're just trailing by 3.
Oh, bad pass there by Atoy. Good for them, however, that Michael Hackett could not control it. Fabiosa is down on the floor.
And we have a timeout. Our time left 8 minutes and 38 seconds. They go to Michael Young, and there's going to be a charge foul against Michael Young. Down on the floor is Michael Hackett. A helping hand from the Big J. Watch it once more in this slow-mo. And Hackett had both feet planted on the ground.
Michael readily admits it. 3 team fouls on the part of both squads. There's a kicking violation called against Michael Young.
Time is 8 minutes and 26 seconds at the moment. Ginebra San Miguel in front by 3, 105-102. Both squads playing with 3 team fouls. Here is Dynamite all the way. And he goes over the railing. You don't see him on camera right now, but Chito appears to be okay. Quick pass to Cesar.
Easy layup there. Ateco feeding off to Philip. And Great Taste is now just a point behind.
With 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Here's Jaworski trying to spin away. Isaac puts it up.
Forced shot there by Isaac.
Shuttle pass. Good interception by Loyzaga. He read that distance well. Bounce going to Dante Gonzalgo. Kaidik on him. Cross mid-air pass. Isaac from 15.
Jaworski finding the open man. Isaac finally delivering, and they needed that basket very badly. Up by 3.
All the points, the 4 points of Isaac, registered here in the fourth quarter. He's also pulled down 2 defensive rebounds, only with 2 personal fouls. Keeping an eye on Fabiosa, looking for Micahel Young. Atoy Ko, tempted to bounce past it. He'll curl away and a fade away.
Yes, sir. And Micahel has the chance for the equalizer. Hackett picking up his 4th personal foul. 14 fouls now against Ginebra.
After 13 in the first quarter, Micahel Young adding another 12 during the second, ending up with 25 in the first half. Then he came back with another 12 for his 37 in the third. So far, he's pulled down 15 defensive rebounds. He's been very selective in his rebounds. Nothing in front, all behind.
Yes, all behind. 42 points now for Micahel Young and 107 all with 7 minutes left in the ball game.
This is our 5th deadlock from Rainbow Country. Nothing but time from Dynamite. Fabiosa coming out of nowhere.
Young is free underneath the basket, but there's the foul given up by Isaac.
Trying to go for an interception, instead throwing his 3rd personal foul, and just placed Ginebra San Miguel into the 15th foul to the 3 of great taste.
So it's the end game misery again for Ginebra. Let's see if they can snap out of it with this ball game.
Or else it's going to be a perpetual nightmare.
Oh, what a move by Kaidik. 1-on-1.
And Kaidik has exploded here with 10 points out of his 16. Great taste will keep it. Tremendous hustle by DJ doing the tough jobs. Fabiosa. We have the return of Joey Loyzaga.
They need him, you know, and what he must do is keep himself in the ball game, not give up any more fouls at this point. Gonzalgo is having problems against Kaidik.
Looks like the 6th and last for Dante Gonzalgo with 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Disqualification time. Dante Gonzalgo, 6 points, 3 defensive rebounds, 1 in front. Total of 4. Isaac, he hardly sat down. Hey, I'm back on the floor.
Yes, not enough time to have the towel wrapped around him.
Isaac with 3 personal fouls. Micahel Young sees the opening, sails in. Hackett pulling down his 14th rebound. Here's Isaac. Quick hands by Fabiosa. Pass intended for the cutting Jaworski.
Actually, the tandem of Fabiosa and Ko have really brought them back into the ballgame. It is for that reason, even though Brown has scored well, that he has not been fielded back here in the fourth quarter.
Well, the damage is coming from Kaidik in the area of scoring, coming up with 10 out of his 16. Aided up with 1 rainbow shot in the fourth quarter. Dynamite!
And he wanted to be the referee too. Oh, he fouled. And he got the foul.
Just in case.
He got the shot, and he has a chance for a 3-point play. They needed that basket.
Watch it once more.
There's the foul by Kaidik, reaching in foul. How many fouls does Kaidik have? That's 5.
Yes, he's in trouble. And he's a jewel here in the fourth quarter of that.
Loyzaga gives back the lead to Ginebra, a 1-point lead.
Dynamite adding 5 out of his 26 right here in the fourth quarter. Chito Loyzaga's also pulled down 7 rebounds. No pass to the cutting Fabiosa.
And a traveling violation called against Micahel Young.
And we have a timeout.
Send Brown in to replace Philip Cesar. So he's matching up the small lineup of the Ginebra San Miguel squad with a small lineup of his own, but a much quicker one. Although Philip certainly can run too.
Well, he wants more points, and you've got Kaidik there with 16, Ricardo Brown and Young. These are trio of threats. These are power kegs.
Yes, and at the same time, the hustle of Fabiosa has been there all night. 3-point shot by Kaidik. And there's Brown tapping out to the wrong man. Fabiosa is chasing Jaworski and forces him into the error. And Fabiosa has been doing it all night against Sunny.
And Micahel Young just waited for the ball to come to him, and he'll take it from Rainbow Country.
And Jaworski gets another rebound, and Micahel Young anticipated this one all the way.
Isaac was trying to hustle, and the foul is going to go against Ricardo Brown.
You know, I think that should have been a let-go situation, because certainly Ginebra was going to complain if they had been called for the foul. Look at this. Both of them going up in the air. They bang with each other. Could have been a let-go situation there.
Time is 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
But to call it on Brown.
And Ricardo Brown incurring his 4th personal foul. Hackett shot block by... Whoa, wait a minute. He took steps. Good defense applied by Micahel Young for his 5th shot block.
If they didn't call a traveling violation on Hackett, I think he would have been called for an offensive foul. So that was the lesser of the two evils.
Well, here's our story, Andy, on team fouls. 6 against Ginebra San Miguel. This could work against them. 5 against Great Taste. Here's Ricardo Brown. 2 on him. So the open man is Atoyko. Shot block by Hackett, and he picks it. Sidestepping Micahel Young.
Yes. And that's a 3-point lead now for Ginebra. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left. Anybody's ball game.
And that brought the fans of Ginebra San Miguel on their feet. Here is Kai Dick. He's deadly, trying to disengage from Jaworski. Knocked away from his hands. Picked up by the... Ooh, here comes Hackett on a twist.
And Jaworski is a tough defender, and Kai Dick could not do to Sonny what he did against Gonzalo.
Good lead pass by Joey Loyzaga. Very alert. Hackett now, 33 points. 42 for Young. Ricardo Brown inside. Anticipated by Joey Loyzaga, breaking up the pass. Robert Jaworski scored 4 points in the 3rd quarter. Has pulled down 5 defensive rebounds. Here's the hot man. Isaac being guarded by Kai Dick, playing with 5 personal fouls. They've got 9 on the shot clock. Quick release by Chito. Air ball. Knocked away from him by... What a basket. Joey knocked it away. Isaac was open. He took it.
Yes, and if he had missed, Hackett was there all by his lonesome underneath, because Micahel Young was out in the front court.
And Isaac has responded with 6 points all here in the 4th quarter.
And another foul called against Ricardo Brown. That's going to be his 5th. As he comes from the blind side to tap it out, and Joey gets it in the chin.
5 personal fouls against Ricardo Brown, and here comes a timeout.
Long time to go. The Lupan called the timeout. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. He wants to sort of stop the momentum of Ginebra a little bit.
Fabiosa pressing on Robert Jaworski. Joey looking for Chito. Hackett wants the pass. Micahel Young right in front of him. Here's that move off Micahel Hackett, and reaching in was Micahel Young. That'll be the 3rd foul against Young, and they're now in penalty situation with 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
You know, Hackett did very wise. He's not taking poor percentage shots. He knows there's a chance for a victory. He wants to take it to the hoop.
Here's Hackett at the corner.
He takes it from the outside, in and out, but Jaworski with an offensive rebound gets fouled, and whether it was in the act of shooting or not, he'll take 2 because of the penalty situation.
Well, what happened there was that Fabiosa turned his back on Robert Jaworski because he also wanted to get the defensive rebound, and the barreling Jay just came over, got the offensive rebound, and you now find him in pressure time.
Pressure coach working very hard, even though he hasn't scored many points, done a lot of things. 5 points only for Sonny, but these free throws are important, and when they are, he delivers.
He is 81% from the free throw line after 8 games, and he scores his 6th point. He has also pulled down 6 rebounds. The Big J is playing with 3 personals.
Great Taste needs a basket very quickly now. They need 2 points to sort of get them out of that. Micahel takes it from the outside, and it's a 3-point shot, and what a time to get it, huh?
And Micahel has connected his 3rd rainbow shot tonight. He has also pulled down 17 rebounds. He's been averaging 16. Bad play. Kai Dick can hit you from there. Changed his mind. Going to the open man. Inside. Going to Fabiosa.
So 5 points very quickly for Great Taste, and for a while they seem to be gone. They're alive. They're just down by 4.
Joey Loyzaga losing it to Kai Dick. Last line of defense is Jaworski. Here is the Scholar.
Yes, sir. So 2 plays for Ginebra that they could not bring the ball down past their half court. And Great Taste just down by 2.
It's a 7-0 explosion. This ball picked up by Dynamite, short.
Micahel Young started off with a 3-point shot, and Great Taste is on the go.
Tremendous steal by Dynamite Loyzaga, and it's going to be a blocking foul against Philip Cesar. That'll be his 3rd. And they're in penalty situation over the limit to the 16 fouls of Ginebra San Miguel.
That was the last thing Philip could do. Micahel was going to take it for a layup, you know. So Philip fouled him, sent him to the 15-foot line, get it the hard way.
By the way, this Sunday, May 3rd, the Nationals will go up against the Ginebras at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, to be followed by another much-awaited encounter between the Magnolia Ice Cream Makers and the Great Taste Coffee Makers at 6:30 p.m. Live all the way from PTD4, and that'll be covered by Joe Cantada and Kirito Henson. Here is Micahel Young losing it. What a tap by Hackett. Picked up by Isaac. He will take it in. No, going to Dynamite.
Well, that was a great steal there by Micahel Hackett, you know, and we have another timeout, partner.
We'll be back with Tanduay in order to at least get a shot for that semifinal automatic berth.
Yes, a loss here tonight is going to be bad for them because they have to play against Magnolia the second time around. There's a holding foul. It might even be deemed as a deliberate foul because he really held on to Ricardo Brown to prevent any shot at all. And there's a warning given to him. The game is far from over, you know, because certainly Great Taste has a lot of 3-point shooters in the persons of Kaidik, Ricardo Brown, and Micahel Young on the court. And if Ricky can hit the second free throw, they'll just be down by 4, Pingoy.
Well, the 4th personal foul against Isaac placed Ginebra San Miguel in penalty situation with 1:34 to go.
Expect a press from Great Taste. They need to come up with a steal like the 2 steals that they had earlier. There's a trapping defense, but they clear it off to Jaworski, who goes to Joey Loyzaga.
Joey Loyzaga will sidestep.
Oh! Fake off a pass.
And he has equaled his career high of 25 points. The first time he had it at 25, 3 points.
I knew it was coming, Pingoy.
And immediately we have a timeout from Ginebra San Miguel. 3-point lead being enjoyed by Ginebra San Miguel, 124-121 Great Taste.
Both teams in penalty.
1 timeout left yet for Coach Baby D. Playing coach Jaworski keeping 2 timeouts. Picked up by Joey Loyzaga and going to the open man, Isaac.
Isaac delivers. Big basket, but Micahel is taking it down, partner.
And he has scored all of his 8 points in this very, very nerve-wracking 4th quarter. The quick Brown Fox puts it up.
Those are 2 easy points again for Great Taste. Ginebra must play tighter defense if they want to keep this ball game as a victory for them.
33 points for Ricardo Brown. Looking for Hackett. Posting low. 2 on him. Isaac.
4 seconds left. Joey offline, and there's an opportunity. Micahel might want to take a 3-point shot at this point.
Up he goes.
It's a 3-point shot, partner.
As you anticipated, Andy. And immediately a timeout is called. The ball game is tied by Micahel Young.
They get a good inbound throw in for themselves.
25 seconds to go. Both squads over the limit.
Simple play. Give it to Micahel Hackett. There's the double team from behind. And a good coverage on the part of Great Taste.
Make the move with 4 seconds to go. Down 9-10. They're trying to trap Hackett on that spin. Knocked away. But last touch, Fabiosa. Down to 7 seconds.
A lot of time for anything to happen. Another timeout.
It is being asked by Ginebra San Miguel. Tied ball game, 126 all. Another classic cardiac finish here in the PBA.
Well, partner, this is one fundamental that basketball players should learn, and it's coming here. Harassing, using your hands, keeping it up during defense.
7 seconds to go. Looking for Hackett. He puts it up. He may be in for an overtime. Shot blocked by Cesar.
Not enough time for a shot. Loyzaga had the opportunity, but Cesar comes up with a defensive gem.
So we're in for an overtime, and before that happens, we turn you first to our studios. Viosa.
Although Brown has been replaced by Atoy Ko to start off the overtime period. And Fabiosa takes it away again from Jaworski.
And it's going to be a warding foul going against Robert Jaworski for his fourth. The quickness of Fabiosa is still there.
Yes, definitely in evidence in this ball game. There are 14 fouls, and after that you get into penalty here in overtime period. Michael Yang, who brought the Great Taste team back with 2 3-point shots, and there's a pushing foul on Hackett.
So immediately, Ginebra San Miguel incurred 2 team fouls. And only 10 seconds gone by in this 5-minute first overtime.
3-point shot there. Yes, by Kaidik. The same play that he and Cesar have been doing all night.
You know, partner, you said that as a matter of fact, as if it was sure as the sun was going to rise.
Well, certainly the guy is a great shooter. Ginebra has to wake up here. They should not let that fact that they had the chance to win the ball game. And there is Joey almost having a chance for a 3-point play. He gets clobbered. He'll take 2 from the 15-foot line.
Kaidik has come up with 2 rainbow shots. The foul is going to go against Atoy Ko. That'll be his 5th personal foul.
Great Taste certainly was happy to escape in an overtime game, but Ginebra must think positive at this point, although Joey misses his first free throw.
Well, double checking on the personal stats of Atoy Ko, he only has 4, but we will have to confirm that. Our stat man says 5, the official is 4. It's a 2-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste in this overtime. They go inside to Young.
Yes, sir. Michael doing it all now.
He scored 3 rainbow shots out of his 5 in the 4th quarter.
3-point shot by Joey Loyzaga. Hits nothing but the glass, but last touch on Philip Cesar.
Cesar could not control it. Great Taste in front by 4 points. Isaac. He was scoring exceptionally well during the 4th quarter. Atoy Ko distracting the Big J. His wristband almost flew off. Hackett in the wings. Atoy Ko, now his 5th personal foul.
Quickly, Ricardo Brown is going to be sent back into the ball game. Atoy, barely any chance to stay in the ball game.
Atoy with 6 points and 1 defensive rebound, 1 shot block. Relieved by Coach Baby D. Tremendous shooting. Oh, and almost, yes. Great Taste will keep it, and a very dangerous inbound. Cesar can read it coming to him.
Yes, the composure now is factor is spelling against Ginebra. And they must need some baskets. They must defend well here against Kaidik, who makes it. And he's down on the floor, but he's picking himself up.
You know, when he was sliding down, his eyes, his head was following that shot of his.
6-point lead all of a sudden by Great Taste, very quickly.
Joey Loyzaga looking for room.
Still cannot get a chance at a 3-point play. He so far is the only player who scored here in overtime for Ginebra.
But Joey Loyzaga has bettered his career high, which he posted way back in 1984 when he was playing for Gold Eagle. 26 points. Looking now for his 28th after making the first of 2. Time is 3 minutes and 31 seconds in this first overtime. A very depleted lineup on the part of Ginebra San Miguel, Terry Saldana did not play because of a recurring knee injury. Apalaya was banished during the first half. Dante Gonzalgo disqualified with 6 minutes and 46 in regulation time. Kicked out by Cesar from Rainbow Country.
Kaibik again. That's all of a sudden it's a 7-point lead, but there's still a lot of time. 3 minutes and 1 second left.
The third rainbow shot coming from Kaidik for his 24th point. Difficult shot in the part of Isaac. Here is the big man with the big dribble. Cesar.
Micahel Young playing with a lot of intensity in this ball game.
Coming up with 55 points. His high is 56. A knee foul is going to go against Fabiosa for his fourth personal. Time is down to 2:31. And we have a timeout in the overtime. Collectively, they've pumped in 3 rainbow shots from Kaidik. You've got 3 also from Ricardo Brown, all happening in the first quarter. And you've got 5 from Micahel Young for a total of 11 rainbow shots.
33 points, partner.
The fourth personal foul going against Micahel Young. On the other hand, 2 rainbow shots coming from Joey Loyzaga, but that happened during the first quarter. Dynamite had 1 during the third. Micahel Young had 19 points at the end of the first half. At regulation time, he connected with 35. Good defense applied on the Young, and this is probably what they need. Cesar is there. Nice pump by Joey.
Yes, sir, and he has a chance for a 3-point play, so they're very much in the ball game. Just a 5-point lead, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left.
Watch it once more.
He knows that Philip is going to go up there with that umbrella defense, so he fakes off well, uses his body to protect the ball, gets the foul, has a chance to complete the play. 30 points for Ernesto Loyzaga.
Fantastic. But I think he'll be happy with 1 point, provided that they win.
And there he is with the offensive rebound, gets to brother Chito, uses the glass, and they get 4 points.
And in the wink of an eye, that lead of Great Taste whittled down to 3. Ricardo Brown shot blocked by Isaac.
And
HACKETT did not keep it.
Yes, they were not able to control.
And Dalupan asks for a timeout.
Baseline throw-in to be initiated by Philip Cesar. This is a screen for Micahel Young. Pass coming in a little bit too late, but he throws up a prayer and makes it. Three-point shot by Joey Loyzaga brings them to within 2 points.
In this particular game of Ginebra San Miguel, the big difference did not come from just one player, but you've got 2 brothers.
Yes.
What a tradition.
But Joey's doing it all here in the overtime, no? And of course his brother helped out. A lot of time, Pingoy.
Well, he has come up with 5, as a matter of fact, 8 important points out of his 33 in overtime. But you've got a reply coming from Fabiosa, while only 5 points. That was a crucial basket. Here he comes. Watch it on the slow-mo. Down on the floor, he will slide and bang against the railing.
Well, what happened here was Joey tried to steal. He lost his man. Fabiosa, with his quickness, makes the great escape, and there was no choice for Chito but to go and help out, and he came up with a foul.
Time left, 1 minute and 16 seconds to go in overtime. And at the moment, Great Taste in front by 4. 14 fouls against Great Taste, 3 against Ginebra in this overtime period.
Fabiosa misses, so they're on top by 4.
They bounce it towards Joey. Ricardo Brown on him. HACKETT on the outside. Rainbow
Three-point
shot
by HACKETT.
Lead pass. Here is Young.
Oh, not the time for Hackett to take a three-point shot with a lot of time left, and he's still lagging in the backcourt.
54 seconds to go. Ginebra San Miguel trailing by 6 rather. That had a good line. They anticipated the rainbow shot. And a basket. Going to be a three-point play.
That's going to be it for Joey Loyzaga with a stupendous evening. But that's it. And with his fouling out, that will probably dash the hopes of the Ginebra San Miguel in this ballgame.
Dick was cold during the first half. Only 2 points, used sparingly. Tried to come back on a shooting touch. Connected with 2 for 6 in the third quarter. Then he exploded with 10 points and 1 rainbow shot for 16 at the end of regulation time. And now he has come up with 11 more for 27. A hand foul is going to go against Fabiosa. He doesn't like the call. A little bit dramatic on his part, but he breaks up with a smile.
Yes.
42 seconds to go.
There are penalty. So that'll mean 2 free throws for Sonny Jaworski, the recipient of that foul. 9-point lead, 42 seconds left.
Joey Loyzaga is the second Ginebra player to be disqualified, aside from the banishment of Ampalayo.
And also Gonzalo fouling out, no?
Yes, 33 points for Loyzaga and 2 offensive rebounds. Santi Gonzalo in regulation time with 6:46 to go, left because of 6 personal fouls. This is going to be a heartbreaker for loss on the part of Ginebra San Miguel. They were so close from snapping out of that 3 consecutive losses.
Yes.
And it's a very important aspect of their game.
Yes, it would have been a great one to beat a team like Great Face, see?
And prior to this game, they were 3 and 5. This will be a little bit heavy now with
3 and 6, and they will be half a game down the Hills Brothers Coffee Kings, who will take 4th place right now.
18 seconds to go. Lost his balance, and we have a turnover. 17 seconds to go. And we have a timeout.
To throw up a 2-point shot would still mean a 1-point lead for the opponents. They would have possession of the ball. You'd have to foul to send them to 15-foot line. So he said, might as well go for everything. Go for broke. If we're going to win it or tie the ball game, we might as well do it from here. And he did it.
But the sensation here in the revelation is that rookie by the name of Kai Dick,
who scores again, partner.
Yes, coming up with 13 points out of his 29 right here in the overtime period. 6 seconds to go. But during that regulation time, with 7 seconds to go, the plan designed by Jaworski was really bottled up because of the defensive qualities of Philip Cesar.
I think a lot of guys there help out. What will happen bad for Ginebra there was Pingoy. They didn't want to take a shot too early. Hackett could have gone to the basket earlier. But of course, that's the plan. You don't go to the basket early. What happened there was Great Taste also knew when he was going to go into the hoop. So definitely it was easier to defend against them.
6 seconds to go, a 9-point lead being enjoyed by Great Taste. Kai Dick from Rainbow Country. It will count. Oh, what a big shooting night for the rookie Kai Dick. Coming up with 5 rainbow shots. Fantastic shooting performance by Kai Dick. And before the panel's choice for our best player, we will turn you first to our studios.
So guys, we won again, and this time in overtime. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung dalawang imports nag-cancel out lang. Ang malaking factor dito kung bakit naging maganda ang laro ng Ginebra o yung adjustment ng Ginebra is because of the locals. Compared dun sa previous game namin, nung episode 34, na talagang umpisa pa lang, na-dominate na namin yung game. But dito po sa game na to, ang ganda po ng nilaro, especially ng Loyzaga Brothers, nag-career high pa nga si Joey. And yun, medyo nag-struggle po ako nung first half. Good thing naka-recover ako nung fourth quarter at saka nung overtime for us to win this game. So yun po, sana nag-enjoy kayo and hope to see you again sa next video ko.